So all over the property, everybody is stopping and staring at this, and they're like, what is that? That's the most amazing thing ever. This is so cool.
I'm glad you like it. My husband made it for me because my back was hurting. So he made me he just put it together. I haven't painted it yet, which I intend to do. The Bobcats like the white. They're the ones who react to it a little bit. But other than that, I intend to paint it so it kind of fits in better.
Tell everybody your name.
I'm Audrey.
And you want to do a shout out to your husband?
Yeah, hey Coon, thank you so much.
You've made your wife famous.
Yes, you have. I'm very, very happy.
385 people are like, oh wow, that is cool.
Oh, thank you.
I just love that.
Do you?
How are you going to paint it?
Well, I started spray painting it, and then I went, oh, I want to paint, and then I got fussy. And I wanted to actually get your approval first to make sure it was okay. I asked every coordinator, they were fine. I was worried, like, okay, I don't think there's anything on there that could hurt a cat or otherwise. It's cool though, because it goes, I can't believe you.
I saw you going right between the cages.
It goes between, it goes over everything.
Maybe you can give us an obstacle course here with this.
Oh, sure. See, it goes like this, turns corners easily, backs up, it goes over even over this, I'll try this, I'll probably get stuck, but it goes right over everything.
Better than the keeper.
And then it sits stable most of the time. That was on a thing, but it's pretty neat.
I would love to get the designs for this for the Big Cat Trust site for all the other sanctuaries, if you're okay with that.
Of course.
That is just
Actually, I was going to
awesome.
ask you because Candy asked me if it was approved. She was asking if her back was hurting. So, we'd be happy to make some for around here if you want them for other people to use. I just didn't.
Well, we'd be happy to pay you for them. Those are just amazing.
No, it's
that is just so
fun
clever.
To make and isn't it?
How is this bottom thing holding your bucket on?
I think he screwed it on with screws. He just added this. See, I haven't painted it. It's an old oil can. But yeah, he screwed it on through there.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then,
and it rinses down really easy because it's all plastic?
Exactly. And this goes over everything. At first I was thinking, well, it's kind of weird with the one because it kind of wobbles. But that's what allows it to go over everything. But then when you put it by like that, it's fine. It's easy to get along to manage. So
cool. Just from pushing it around the sanctuary, if you were a keeper in a place that had mountains and stuff, do you think it would work in that kind of terrain?
So yeah, I would think so. I brought it today thinking maybe it would be muddy. I was going to try it on a muddy area and see how it did. So it's still in test design kind of phase, but cool.
Well, thank you, Aubrey.
Well, you're welcome.
Lakota, I hear that Bobcats like white. You like that? Was that fun? Is that interesting? That was so interesting. I know. You're such a good boy. This is Lakota of Lakota and Sioux, one of our most recent rescues. And he is all Bobcat. Yes, you're fierce and handsome. I love that good boy. I do. I wish I had something for you. But you just had your breakfast. Let's go see if we can find Sue. She's a little more shy, and there's two keepers over here working near her cage. Oh, there she is. Hey, Sue. Beautiful little Sue. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Hi. Hey, precious. You're so pretty. Yes, you are. And you're so not going to stay with us. Alrighty then, she's going back over to be with Lakota. Is he going to protect you? He'll protect you. I hear Gilligan calling in the background. Jamie and Dr. Justin and Victor are all working on the catwalk this morning. And Chuck and Trundy came in to help us make sure that the water gets back into the lake like it's supposed to. So it's a very good morning. I'll be checking in with you guys later. Bye. Thank you, Joseph. That was
Thank
glorious.
you so much. That was beautiful.
Somebody want to turn that chair toward the door so that the people on that Nest Cam can watch? There you go.
Ready?
Come on, Sethy.
Seth has been locked up for the last couple of weeks while we work on Tiger Lake, and it is finally done. We're still pumping water back into the lake, but he can go down there and cool off now. He's been getting showers this morning by the volunteers, and so he's kind of comfortable with where he is and what he's doing. I'd rather be with the people than go out there. Hang on while I get turned around. Oh, he's not going anywhere. You want to chase the golf cart? Chase the golf cart. It's a golf cart. Come on. Come on.
Come on, Dad.
Waiting on you.
Come on, Dad. Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on. We're all going. I'm just going to watch you guys be crazy.
She's going to take your poo.
Mary, can I get you to come to the gift shop for a photo, please?
I don't know. I think Seth.
Okay.
You're looking for Mary? Nice.
Seth, baby. Come on, Seth. Come on, buddy. Come on, let's go.
Good job. He's on his way. Hopefully we'll get down to the water before he does. Jamie and Justin and Victor came in today on their day off to get this finished up. Chuck came in to continue pumping water over into this side. We have a bigger pump coming. It was like a $700 pump. So did he go straight to his den?
Hey, you like your mom's bicycle? She should just ride the bicycle down the dock.
There you go. It's sturdy enough I could. I heard splashing.
Remember that fish was trying to get the bird?
The fish was trying to get the bird.
Oh, the bird's been picking out all the little fish, so.
Seth! Where are you? We're all waiting breathlessly at the dock, at the catwalk, for Seth to appear. Matthew, that's what we attempted to do. But apparently he's so interested checking out all the other things that they did in his cage. Lots of mowing and raking and weed whacking. Here he comes.
Seth!
Seth!
The best part's down here. Nope, I want to sniff the wall.
These wood, he's gonna drive me nuts.
smells on his
I
way.
like the smell.
I know how hot you guys are because I just picked this up. It's really hot.
You see his tail over there as he's checking out the wall between the two cages.
I see your butt.
There's no cat on the other side, so I don't know what's so interesting about that wall.
I know where TJ is. Seth!
So close.
You guys did a great job on this bridge. It looks awesome.
Well, you did too.
Oh.
You were a huge part of it.
He turned around.
You got all the way in the corner and it's like, it smells good over here. I'm gonna go back. We did drag the boat that way. So.
Carolyn Thompson says, new catwalk looks great. Great job to all the volunteers and Fix It Vic.
Shout out to you.
Angie, can you put a 3?
I had one of those heart-stopping minutes when I saw those shirts over there. I was like, did I leave somebody in the cage? No, they're on the other side of the fence.
It's kind of crazy it got done in 2 weeks.
It is crazy that it got done in 2 weeks.
We ordered the tile and started.
Oh, this old one is so scary now after that nice new dog. So I'm coming in here behind the fence at Tiger Lake to see if I can at least get an eye on a cat. Just too many things to do in there. Oh, now he's got to mark all the trees.
Yeah, he's scratching the tree right over there. Some stinky humans invaded my house. Here he comes. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Can you guys make it around me?
Come on, big guy. Let's go. Oh, you guys.
You need to go over there and get Jamie. You need to splash her as a thank you.
Come on, big boy. In the water.
They had a pump on it this morning, and we've got a new pump that we've ordered that's $700 that will fill it in a couple days. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be cool. How long does that take?
It only took a couple of days to bring it down this far. Look at that view. One of the things that's really nice about this new view is he can see out underneath the dock, under the catwalk there, and that was all wood before, so he was never able to see out across the lake. I think he's going to spend a lot more time on the lake bank now that he can see down there, because he can see all the way over to Cameron and Zabu and Kali and all the pretty tigers.
It's not like I really get it.
Hi, buddy.
Hi, handsome.
So many new things to see.
Get in the water, buddy.
Yeah, they have this wire down here so he can see that part of the lake too.
Is this the part you told me not to do, Jamie?
Yeah. If it falls in,
He touched it.
He's like, he's kind of like my husband. It's not soup yet. I can't get in the pool yet.
That's the way I am. It's got to be hot as bath water or I'm not getting in. You checking out that one last patch we put in?
It's like just inspecting it, making sure it was done right.
It should be Angie and Sarah's patch. Can the tour come out here?
Jamie, just don't let him.
that's like an obstacle course.
That's what I said. I was like, it's really dangerous over there, so you might want to stay where you are.
Come back tomorrow and you can.
Get all the fence wire and stuff like that cleared up, it'll be okay.
Oh, people can throw that mud down there. Like, excellent. Okay.
You're so funny.
This is solid, right? This is like at the edge of the
I want to get my feet dirty.
Like it's hot. I'm not quite ready for it yet.
Come on, go swimming.
Actually, I have not tripped yet. It is impressive. I haven't tripped walking. I'm gonna do that now. What? No, I tripped it next week.
They all want the whole tour. It's like, yeah, let's go there.
I felt fun.
Thank you guys so much. Well, you're so
It's not very. He's hiding from his glow.
Hi. Hi, buddy.
It's going to be your first tiger picture in the new enclosure.
Yeah, it is when you get out here.
Thank you so much, you guys, for coming in and working in this ridiculously hot heat. You're all
Very welcome.
sunburned.
Oh, just a little.
Ugh.
We were gonna skip it, but we figured 6 months was too long to take off for the heat to reside.
They are going to love it. And I really love the view that they have under there now. I think they're going to spend a lot more time down at the...
Once they get in the water, they could just look across.
This is the view that they would have from underneath there. And that's a whole lot better than just looking at a wood plank wall. So I think this is going to be really, really nice. We wanted to let the tour come up here, but there's just so much construction debris down there that it was not a good idea. But hopefully we'll get that cleaned up today, and starting tomorrow, tours can see the cats when they're down here on Lakeside. Thank you everybody for joining us. Love you all. Love you, Seth. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens out there. I'm afraid we may have missed the roaring. I was so startled. Yeah, that was such good roaring, Zeus. Oh my goodness. I didn't know you roared. I hardly ever hear you. You did such a great job. So I'm headed out looking for whoever is doing evening meds tonight, and the snack cats and the evening feedings, so that you guys can come along with us. Tanya, I'm so glad you finally got a live feed. Hey, Karen from Indiana and Jade DeRue, hello. Thank you everybody for joining us. I'm very, very sad today because my favorite bobcat shoes, I got too close to the wire where they're working out there and I ripped the whole side of them. So I'm going to have to buy another pair because I love them. I love them so much and I just hate that I tore the whole side out of it. I got a call right in the middle of that. So I don't know if you guys could see anything during that very long call or not. I was talking to the people who are installing our live webcams out here. Can you guys hear me now? Luana's telling me the broadcast stopped, but I have the feeling that the text just got here a little late. He saw my shoe. He saw me whining about my shoe. I tore up my shoe. All right, people are saying that it's frozen, so I'm going to start over. Hello, all you cool cats and kittens out there. It's Carol, Living Cat Rescue, and this lovely, lovely tiger is Priya. Hey, Priya. I just checked in on Seth, and Seth is doing great, too. He really wants out into the bigger area because he can hear all those volunteers down there working, and he would just love to be in the middle of all of that, but they're not going to be able to scrub those poles and repaint them if there's a tiger chasing them, so he's going to have to stay locked up until they're done. Good news is the stainless steel should arrive tomorrow. We're all excited about that, and the deck work is coming along beautifully, so we should be able to get the decking finished very soon, maybe tomorrow, and then start hanging the stainless steel on the deck. Dave, she is a cross between a Bengal tiger and an Amur tiger or Siberian tiger. And the reason I know that is because none of the tigers that are in private hands are purebred. They inbred them so much to try and create white tigers that the cubs all started being born dead about 15 years ago. So they started crossbreeding Bengal tigers to Amur tigers in order to continue to try and inbreed for white tigers without all the cubs dying. And so as a result, there's not any purebred Bengal tigers in the United States. A lot of times you'll go to zoos and they'll say that it's Bengal tiger, but it's really not. There are some purebred Bengal tigers in other parts of the world, but not in the United States. I came out here to follow Catherine as she's doing meds, and she was tucked in with Zeus, and they looked quite content. She was sitting on the ground, and he was very leisurely eating. So I wanted to give them some space so that I'm not yammering on right there in front of them and distracting him. I also didn't want Hoover coming out because Hoover has been stalking Zeus, and I really want Zeus to be able to eat in peace. I know the people who trade in the tigers say that they're purebred, but they don't have any idea if they are or not. And the reason for that is those animals all originated in the zoos, and the zoos don't want any trace of those animals having come from them, or the public would be just hysterical about the fact that zoos sell these animals and they end up in backyards and basements. So what the zoos do is they sell them to brokers who then sell them to private owners. And there is no pedigree tracing them back to the wild. So that's why none of the cats outside of the species survival plans serves any kind of conservation value whatsoever. It's just a ruse to make people think that they're doing a good thing by paying to see the latest cub or paying to touch the latest cub, when in fact it's all about making money for the owners and nothing about conservation. I see Zeus is on his feet. The cats are fed in the mornings here, but we have a few cats who just won't eat in the morning, so they're fed in the afternoon. And then we also do evening meds. Some of our cats have to get meds twice a day, and some of them once a day in the evening. and their medications are not for diseases. They're for arthritis and non-contagious types of things. She talking to you, Hoover Tiger. Vet care is very expensive, and that's why we are so fortunate to have two vets who donate their time, Dr. Liz Wynn and Dr. Justin Borstein, and then we have such great specialists who come in and donate their time, like Dr. Wade Gingrich and Dr. Tammy Michal. I'm trying to think what she has another name she goes by, Tammy Miller. Tammy Miller Michal. Dave, our oldest cat, is a leopard named Saber, and he turned 25 in March. 27 of our cats are over the age of 20 currently. And if you multiply that by 6, that's roughly what the human equivalent would be. So that's why a lot of them are arthritic and need their medications for all of their old age issues. I think Little Dove might have just recently turned, let me think, she came here in 93, so I guess that makes her 94 this year. Diane, I'm not sure if that was Cameron or Joseph, but I'm thinking it was probably Joseph, given by the distance that I was hearing that roaring coming from. Since Hoover won't get up and go over there for dinner, what she did was put his door down on his feeding lockout, and then she put the food in and opened the door back up, and maybe once we leave he'll go in and eat. Patricia, the meds that I know that they frequently use for pain relief out here are tramadol and I think gabapentin in some cases. So I'm going to stop this live feed, and I had a call I got to return, and then I will start up again. Oh, thank you, Missy. What you doing, Gail?
The camera people need to get into the vacation rotation tomorrow and maybe for a couple of days, so we're going to shift the Texas Tigers back to their cage for a couple of days. So we've locked 2 of them up over there, and the other one must be sound asleep in the den, so we may have to yell for him.
Is that Andre out there?
Yeah. Not on the end. In the middle, right?
She has to tell me that every time. I always put it on the end.
So one side at a time, so you guys do your side first. One more of you do. So I want 4. Oh, okay. So 3 originally. Well, Carol was over there, so I said 3, but then she came back over here. So put your 3, so bump over there. Put your 3 foots on the bottom.
Oh, here comes Andre.
Oh, of course.
Is there anything you need to do on that door before he gets here? Oh, you can't.
Well, let me go. I could go unlock it.
Go for a swim.
I could just get it unlocked.
Looks like he may just do that. Okay then. Arthur and Amanda are very, very curious as to what's going on next. Lori, they will probably get some extra vacation time, although anytime we have anything going on that keeps us from sending the regular cat whose turn it is for vacation, like if they're sick or something, then the Texas Tigers always get their turn because they're so easy to move. You're so easy. I know, you're easy. But if we don't send them to their cage across the street, then they'd have to be locked up in this roof section over here, which is bigger than most cages are at any other facility. But I'd rather they have their big home enclosure for the next day or two than be locked up over here in this feeding area. Here's Amanda, being chuffy, not being mean. I know, you don't want to be left out of whatever we're doing here. Do not help with the pipe. No, you're no helpfuls. You're not helpful. Such a good tiger. Yes, you are. It's so hard for me to think in times of daytime periods. Like so many people are like, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, because everywhere you are is different than where I am. So I try to be careful not to say things like, good morning, it's Carol, because it's not morning where a lot of you are. I know, you're so excited. These guys are so easy to move. Thankfully, they're very, very curious about what we're doing, and they all three like being together, so if you can just get the attention of one of them as to what you want them to do, the others will usually go right along. Assuming we can get Andre out of the pool. Marilyn, this is just for a day or two while we work on the camera in the vacation rotation enclosure. We're going to move it down closer to eye level so you get a better view of the cats, and they're going to put a much better camera out there, and it might even have sound, which would be really nice. Well, thank you, Cheryl. We always need volunteers. The interns are setting up the tunnel that goes from vacation rotation, which is a 2.5 acre enclosure out there for our big cats to get vacations. And it's hooked up across the street so that Arthur, Andre, and Amanda can go back home to all of those cages over there while we work on the camera that's in vacation rotation tomorrow and maybe even the next day. So the last thing they do after they lock the tunnel shut is they open up the safety panel.
Alright, Melissa and Sarah, you guys need to open this one over here.
89 degrees.
You look like you're having a dance.
I'm standing in the shade, Christina. You could be right. It could be 91 in the sun. In the pool.
Oh, he's in the lake. Well, they all, you know, you gotta swim, you gotta have a drink, you gotta go pee before you go on vacation.
Or before you go home. The water level's down so far, I can't see him over the edge of the bank. Yeah, sorry I had to leave you guys so unexpectedly earlier. I got a phone call, as per usual, and had to stop the broadcast right away to take that phone call because it was our camera installer working on the cameras, and I want to get that done. He says, Juffy, Juffy, Juffy. He's a Juffy, Juffy, Juffy. Who's being all chuffy? She likes Gail. There he comes. He's coming. Let him go. He's coming. Let him go.
I'm not going to be left behind.
Come on, you wet one.
Come on, Daddy. Come on. Come on.
They're going home without you.
People moseying along like,
Come on, you. He's like, come on, brother, let's go. Come on, brother, let's go. Come on, guys.
He's like, I'm coming.
Come on, buddy.
yeah, we're waiting on you. We're waiting on you. There you go.
Good job, ladies.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Sus was like, what's going on?
So they're going to drop that door there so that they can safely unsnap all of this stuff. And that way, first thing in the morning, we'll be able to get into vacation rotation. I'm going to check out all your cages. They're chuffing at Zeus. Aww. Well, that's nice. They said Amanda's being all sweet. I see her rubbing up against the cage over there by Zeus.
You guys should always take those clips off and take them next to where you put them so that you don't have that.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. The goal is to bring the tree down without ending up in the lake.
It might be a nice cool down.
This is the tree right here. Can I hang on it?
You guys are too funny.
Can I pull it up?
Good job. I'd say it was officially dead. I think you can just leave it in here for the cat to play with.
Wait, I got it. Hold on. Oh, I don't have my pen. I was gonna get my knife. Look at the horse get twisting it. Here, wait. Come here.
What did you at the end?
Did you get it? Almost. Do it again.
Do it again, do it again.
This is like a giant slingshot. Can we like tie some rubber on here and just make a giant slingshot? Just like touch with it.
Did we do it?
No, you try and throw it down. Oh, we got one thing. Start twisting. Ready, one. Oh, sorry. Twist. That's not fun, Melissa. What if we twist it down the hill because the gravity will get it? It's a section, though.
And we have to get it out of the
No, it's not.
water.
You know what? It can lay on the bank.
Oh, we want to try and push it down?
Yeah! Victory! We got it.
Nice work.
Now where do we put it?
Just leave
Except not against a wall.
I know we're like.
Yes.
Oh yeah, hold on.
All those armpits, please.
Is this someone's bag? Yeah, that's mine.
I think we're good, Roberta. Who says Cameron's hard?
Okay, good, bud. Hey, let me have it. That's rude. Can I have that last piece? Look somewhere else.
What's over here? What's over here, Cameron?
I got it. No, it's sweet. You little slobber monster. Are you sure you don't want this?
Oh, it's very yummy. You will like it. You can catch it yourself.
Totally want it. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. All right. What? Stinky face. Hey. Oh, you like that? You don't want Boo to have it. You have to eat it. Am I gonna have to come pick it up after I get done with Joseph? Nope. Okay. Good job. See? Why do people have such a hard time feeding Cameron? That was full when they got here.
There's only a couple pieces left.
Yeah, great success. I guess they tried 5 times today.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Misses. Nope, he gets real protective of the birds. Hey, 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 hey.
Not a good idea.
Don't do it. You know better. I'll just pretend I don't see him. If I chuck it and he'll share with me.
Bye, Karma.
Oh, no.
Good night.
Hi, good night.
Can you balance that on your head?
Oh, yeah. Try it.
My grandmother used to make me walk with books on my head all the time. That's why I walk the way I
A little
do.
lopsided. Is it heavy on one side?
It's much heavier on
It's not full of kittens, right?
no, no.
Okay.
Just a bunch of stuff that I bought and would love to bring.
Oh, I don't want you to break anything.
No, with the wind, it's making me nervous.
Oh, nope. We'll try with something else later.
You have to make it.
Maybe I need it. Is the side of my head more flat?
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay, a couple seconds. I'll take it.
Good
You guys
night.
can leave the gate open, please.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I need to get out there too. Sanctuary.
Hi, Joseph. You gonna eat dinner?
Oh, Kathleen, we need the rain so badly.
I hear you, buddy.
He's ready for his dinner. Come on, bud. Yeah.
Come on, bud. Oh, yeah. Come on in. Come on, buddy. Good job. I can't even get it on your plate. I'm supposed to put it on your plate. Oh boy. Here, what about this? Not this guy. Now I can put food on your plate. Pull it in. You're a good boy. There you go. Buys me some time to feed him on its plate. that. Don't do that. Okay. I think that's just the first one. He's sneaking in without getting his hair all chickeny.
Karen wants to know if he's been eating more on this regimen. Or is it just more at one time?
He's done really good for the past week. It's been like increasing even. Don't do that, don't do that. Catherine's actually been keeping a spreadsheet because her and I are Joseph sensitive. So we like to see what kind of he eats on average, so I know that she pays attention to it. Yeah, I think last night, what, he ate like over 7 pounds in one sitting? That usually is not the case.
Oh, that crunching, man.
We'll just start with that. I want to put a good turkey wing in his mane.
Lori wants to know how much you just offered him, or how much you'll be offering him.
We always offer 10. Because whether he eats it or not, at least it was offered to him. So I offer him 10. I have another big turkey wing in here because I don't want to be rude. Shove it in his hair. So I might offer it with the tongs. Yummy. It's awfully nice he lets us stand here and do this. A couple years ago, I don't think that would have been the case because he used
Absolutely
to be growling
not.
outside the door. He got so used to being tongue fed that I think that he doesn't care anymore. Oh, not this one. Well,
He never used to let me get near him, but now that I come with you guys at feeding time, he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah, well, it's all right.
maybe that's what Justin should do.
He'll just have to do Facebook Live for a while.
Ew, 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 ew. So foamy, gross. Ew. What else you got?
Need to create some kind of like little fuzzy windscreen sock that I can hold over the edge of the phone here. The wind just makes a
yeah.
horrible noise on the iPhone.
What else you got? Okay. It's like I have more of that you're trying to look up. Jojo bear. Okay, yeah, do it. Joseph, you want this one?
Yes, ma'am. I will have that.
Good, that weighs more than everything else on there. Yeah, eat that. It's so crazy the amount of different kinds of meats that we keep readily available all the time now that we never used to have, like pork and turkey, because they just start to want different things.
They're asking how we knew that he liked ice cream.
I don't know, and I forgot that I got emailed that question I was going to ask.
I think it was the previous caregivers that
Was
told
it?
us. We wouldn't have been trying that.
No, I don't see why we would be like, we have ice cream for cats. Like,
Never. Because I remember the first time we wanted to offer it to him, it was like we had to get approval from the vets, and they were like, well, they really shouldn't be eating that.
Yeah.
Once or twice will be okay. Cat Curly wants to know why Joseph's not on the feeding tour.
he is not on any tour because he doesn't like large groups of people, strangers, pretty much the majority of people
Thursdays.
he knows. Like he doesn't
Like anything.
He likes a handful of people, and I think all of them are like meds people because I think that's who he gets really attached to. You saw me Saturday when I'll sit here with him and go by a couple times, I'll play music for him. It puts him right to sleep. So I just sat for 10 minutes and we did music. I figured that was a good way to end my long Saturday. Don't lose focus. Did you watch the video yet?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I loved it. It was hilarious.
And I had more even. I was like, so I tried to pick the cutest ones.
So much of it I didn't remember ever seeing, even though it said it was the best of Pharaoh. Like, it sounded like you had used it before.
In the 2.5 years that I've been using him for enrichment was kind of like a compilation of it. Because we were doing the recycling Earth Day, and I like looked at Jamie, I was like, I could do an entire video about this cat because everything you give him, he really likes it. And he's always so cute about it. So I decided that we were going to make that happen.
Debbie, the reason that we feed the cats in this small area is so that if we need to give them flea medication, we can just drop it right in on their back. If the vet needed to see him, we could shut that door. See the guillotine door right behind him? We could shut that so that he would be confined in this little box. So they could give him injections or look him over very carefully. We've had some cats that have had ear infections and we've had to treat them, and so getting them to stick their ear out the side when they're in that small space makes it easier. His cage goes up to the front there where you see that big moon-shaped or half moon-shaped platform, and then the tall platform, and then it comes around and he's got a concrete den. I'm always blown away by the fact that people see the cat eating in that box and they think that's the cat's whole cage. It's like, really? Really? Is this the only thing you're seeing? And then it's got this area out here as a pool, and usually there's water coming in from the pool. You can see that pump back behind there. It brings water up out of the 18-acre lake behind him, and so it's always fresh, and then it goes through that spillway back out to the lake, but those pumps only run during the day, so they're off for now. And then he's got another platform back here where he loves to spend time up on the top platform looking out over the lake. And then all of these enclosures are joined by these little short tunnels to the next enclosure over. So the space that I just showed you, he's got another cage the same size on the other side there. In fact, you can see, if I stick you through the wire, you can see down there there's another tunnel that goes out into that cage. And then if you can see that barn-shaped building, there's another long cage that goes all the way to the far end of that building. I think that building's 60 feet long. So he's got 2 cages plus that long space out there, and all of it lakefront property, 3 times as much space as I have in my house. But we agree, these guys do not belong in cages, and you can help us put an end to the breeding. It's the people who are using them as cub petting props that are the problem, and we can stop that breeding by going to bigcatact.com, bigcatact.com. He does not get to hunt live prey because he's never going to be able to go back to the wild, so there's just no use in putting a live animal through that kind of torment, even though he might enjoy that. We do give live prey to the bobcats who are being rehabbed for release back to the wild because we have to make sure that they can hunt. But these guys are never going to be able to hunt because they were born in cages, and any cat born in a cage can never be set free. If you go to bigcatrescue.org/go-free, it'll tell you all about why. They're asking why he's making that face.
It's something, Cameron does it too. When they get to chewing on something or they're about done eating, they do this crazy thing with their tongue and mouth, and then they walk off. That means I'm done face. Sure? Look, there's our food up. He's like looking for any kind of turkey scrap left on there.
I think you ate all the turkey. I'm surprised they can tell turkey from chicken. Back when I used to eat them both, I couldn't tell them apart.
Yeah, I don't know how they're able to tell. It's raw meat.
Oh, we like you drinking. You drink so funny. Okay. Backing up.
Log rally. Log rally.
You splash more than you drink.
Is that it? Do you not know?
They do get hairballs, and they are disgusting because they're big and hairy.
Keep going, bud. Stop.
So after that, we'll put the door down and pull the food out and take it back up front and weigh it.
Ooh. Oh. Ooh.
All right, well, I am out of battery. Thank you very much, Afton. This was fun.
Not a problem.
Look at this grass trying so hard to grow on that little bit of rain.
So hard. Oh, Joseph, you made a mess, bub. And it's slimy. Yeah. Slobber monster.
Matthew, there is a Joseph shirt over at catrescue.biz, but we do need a better one. The one that I put up there is just a photo of him on a shirt, on several different kinds of shirts actually. But I'd like something a little bit more artistic.
Jojo, that was really slobbery.
That is a hint, Jade and Matthew. Jade and Matthew are two of our t-shirt artists over at catrescue.biz. Kelsey, I love that Cats Are Kings shirt. All right, Joseph. Good night. Do you feel that? It's raining. It's raining again. I'm so happy. Especially after last night. After worrying sick that that was Wyeth being run out of the forest because of the forest fires up there. I am so glad that it's raining, and it's raining back there where she is, where so many of the bobcats that we've released over the years have been. I am really, really happy that it's raining. I'm so happy it's raining. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.